Welcome to the Sun today for the 5th of March 2025. We at long last got an M flare. It's been nearly a week. So what has been going on in the meantime? Well, the answer has been not very much. It's not been particularly exciting. The sunspot number was down to about 150. Two new numbered sunspot regions appeared on the Sun. Flare activity, we had 5 C flares today, which is down from the previous day. And we had 1 M flare, which is the first time in over a week, and 5 coronal mass ejections, which again is a drop in the numbers. The solar wind speed is about 400 kilometers per second. Well, the main thing is sunspots, and we had 10 regions on the disk today, and with 2 new ones, that's 4017 and 4018, both in the southeastern part of the Sun. There were also 3 tiny regions in the northwest that are not as yet numbered. What's going on in geospace? Well, the KP index, shown here on the left, has been a little active, but more so than it has been for the last couple of days, but still nothing close to a geomagnetic storm. This is reflected in the auroral arc, shown on the right, which looks very weak. The KP index dropped from about 4 to 2 during the day, and the solar wind speed is around about 400 kilometers per second. Our old friend a coronal hole has returned. On the right, the picture shows what it looks like today, just at about central meridian, whereas the picture on the left was what it looked like a month ago. You can see it has changed somewhat. It's got larger in the north and has actually filled in somewhat in the south, and you can see there's some bright regions there. Those are the new sunspot regions. And so generally a smaller and less extensive coronal hole. In about 3 or 4 days time, it's going to be well into the western hemisphere of the Sun, and that's when we can expect to get some high-speed solar wind from it. The GOES X-ray emission is generally fairly stable. We did get that 1 M flare, which I'm showing here, and I'm going to show you a video of that in a minute. And the X-ray background remains at the equivalent to a C1 flare. Let's take a look at a 2-day movie of the coronal mass ejection activity from the Sun. I'm only going to show the C2 part of the images from SOHO because there's quite a bit of detail there. And it actually looks quite active, but in just raw numbers, the numbers are down. Well, let's venture out onto the thin ice and do a forecast. I think the sunspot number will decay as we lose some regions over the west limb, unless we get new regions developing in the meantime. The flare rate I think will remain relatively low until one of these regions grows rapidly, or a new very active region comes over the east limb. I think the solar wind's going to be dropping at least for a day or two until that coronal hole starts to influence us, and so I'm not expecting any geomagnetic storms tomorrow. Once again, thank you for listening. If you enjoy these videos, please pass them on to friends or neighbors or relations who you think might benefit from understanding more about how the Sun works. And so until next time, stay safe and goodbye.